We're going to work through questions 18 through 20 on page 4 of the final exam review. Now, in these 3 problems, it's going to be really important that we draw a picture just to give us a good visual of what's going on. And then we're going to have to write an equation to answer and solve the question that they give us. So number 18, if ray GK bisects angle FGH. I'm going to stop right there and I'm going to draw what this would look like. Okay, so I have angle FGH here. I'm going to go ahead and draw that. So remember, okay, point F will have to be a point on this side of the angle. G is the vertex of the angle, and H will be on the other side. Ray GK bisects. And we use that word bisect a lot. Remember, that means to cut in half or go through the middle. So ray GK has to go through the middle of this angle. So I'm going to do my best to make this purple ray look like it's cutting angle FGH in half. Okay, and so that's the picture that we have. And they give us some information about some of these angles. They tell us that the measure of angle FGK, that's this little one here, is 3V minus 4 degrees. And that the measure of angle KGH, this little angle here, is 2V plus 7. All right, we need to think of an equation to write to help us solve for V and then find the measure of angle FGK. When we're working with bisectors, we need to remember that that cuts our angle or our line segment, whatever it happens to be, into equal parts. So my equation, remember, will be set up in the form the part equals the part. And so in our situation here, we know that these 2 little angles here have to be equal or congruent because the larger angle is being bisected or cut in half. So the measure of angle FGK, which is 3V minus 4, has to be equal to the measure of KGH, which is 2V plus 7. And so now I'm going to solve for V. I'm going to get all my V's to one side. I get that V is equal to 11. But they're not asking me for V, remember? They are asking me for the measure of angle FGK. They're asking me for this angle measure. So now we're going to take 11 and substitute it in for V. So instead of 3V minus 4, I will do 3 times 11 minus 4 to tell me that that angle measure is 29 degrees. In number 19, it says, suppose angle RST is a right angle. Okay, I'm going to stop and I'm going to draw that. This is what a right angle looks like. It looks like a 90-degree angle here, and there's that symbol there. And I'm going to call this RST. And point U is in the interior of angle RST. So there's this point U somewhere here, and we have this ray somewhere on the interior of this angle. If the measure of angle RSU, so this angle here, is 3 times W minus 4, and angle UST is 6 W plus 3, find W. We're going to set up an equation. So notice I do not know if anything is a bisector. I do know these 2 parts and the whole, however. Remember, the whole angle is 90 degrees. So this time my equation will be set up as part plus part equals whole. My 2 smaller angles must add up to equal the whole thing. So my 3 times W minus 4 angle plus 6w plus 3 must be equal to the whole thing, which is a right angle, which is 90 degrees. And now I'm going to solve for w. I notice I'm going to have to use the distributive property there. And then I have some like terms to combine. I'm running out of room. And I get that w is equal to 11. That's all they ask me to find, is just to find w, so I don't have to plug that in. If ray BD is in the interior of angle ABC, all right, I'm going to stop there and I'm going to draw that. So I have angle ABC. Okay, and I have ray BD going through the interior somewhere. I don't quite know exactly how this should look yet, so this might not be to scale, but there's ray BD. And I know the whole angle, all of angle ABC is 55 degrees. Okay, so I'm just going to make a little note that that large angle is 55 degrees. The measure of angle ABD, so this angle here, is 7x minus 2. And the measure of angle DBC, this one here, is 3x plus 7. Find the measure of angle ABD. So again, like in number 19, I know these two smaller angles, and I know the whole. The whole is 55 degrees. It's similar to the last one, but the last one, the whole was 90 degrees. This time it's 55 degrees. So again, my equation will be set up as part plus part equals whole. Okay. My angle here, which is 7x plus minus 2, plus this angle here, 3x plus 7, must be equal to the whole thing, which is 55 degrees. I'll solve for x. I get x is equal to 5, and just be careful that you read and answer the question. We want the measure of angle ABD. So I'm going to plug 5 in for x here with 7x minus 2. So the measure of angle ABD will be equal to 7 times 5 minus 2, which gets me 33 degrees.